Hey everyone, so today I'm going to make a video about birds, some things you should know before buying a bird. Now birds aren't really a pet for everyone. Just like most pets, dogs, cats, reptiles, some people will love owning them and some people won't really care to own them. But I'm making this video because I saw this family in a pet store almost buy this bird, and they bought it on impulse. Their little child was like, oh, I want that bird, and they were like, okay, and I kind of overheard it. Luckily they were wrong about the price. It costed way more than they thought, and they didn't get the bird. So that was great because it was obvious it was an impulse buy and they didn't know what they were doing. Basically, birds require a lot of care. If you have two birds, it's more likely that they're not going to be as nice to people. One bird, and as a pet, they'll often more bond to the person. Birds usually bond to one other thing. So if you have two birds, they'll often bond to each other. One bird, they'll often bond to the person. So if you're going to just have one bird, that's great. But you have to spend a lot of time with that bird. It's almost like having a dog, the amount of time you have to spend with them. Always take them out, always play with them. So there's a lot of care and a lot of time that goes into owning a bird. It's not just this thing in a cage, depending what type of bird you get. Some birds are more cage birds, like canaries, and there's a couple other types that are mostly in cages. But most birds you take out, and they require a lot of care. They also live a long time, and they're also loud, as you'll hear throughout this video. These are smaller birds and they're pretty loud. They can get pretty annoying. If you get a big bird like a larger parrot, an African gray, I've seen some of those and they are insanely loud. Have those in an apartment building or something and you're going to piss off all your neighbors, and in your own house it's just going to bug you all the time. So they are very, very, very loud. So you're going to have to be a patient person if you get a bird too. You gotta be able to deal with how loud they are. And some birds will learn noises and they'll make noises of all types all throughout the day. My guys they chirp a lot, but I have a pet room here where if I keep them in here and close the door, I don't hear them that much throughout my house. So it doesn't bother me much. They can live a long time. Some of the bigger birds can live 100 years. I mean, it's not a pet that you buy and it's only a couple year thing. My birds here, I got a cockatiel and a parrotlet. They both can live 20 years or more. Stewie, the parrotlet, I believe can live 25 to 30 even, and the cockatiel, again, over 20 years. So I've had them for about 8 or 9 years each, and they're doing great. I'm happy I have them as pets. But again, they're long-living pets, so you need to think about that. If you buy it for a kid, they're going to own it. If you buy it for them when they're 10, the bird is still going to be alive when they're 30, 40 years old, even older depending on the bird you get. So it's a long pet that's going to be around for a long time. As you can hear the annoyingness. You're going to need a big cage, and you might be able to see down here some of this junk. Birds can be pretty messy too. Try to let him stop yelling. They'll just keep yelling a lot, so you got to get used to that. Birds can be pretty messy too. They go to the bathroom in their cage, but they actually go to the bathroom pretty often. It's not like a dog or cat that goes once or twice a day. Birds actually go to the bathroom almost every 15 minutes, half an hour. They're gonna poop. So if you have them out, they will go around your house, sitting on your furniture, your windows, wherever. It's going to happen. So you're going to have to deal with cleaning up a lot of stuff. And around the cage when they eat, it's going to spread out around the cage a little bit, as I showed you there. So a lot of cleanup to do. You're going to have a nice big cage for them to flap around.